You know what, brothers and sisters? I don't know why some of you are resistant to understanding that every time you get a comment from somebody, it may not be the actual person. Let me repeat this again. Every time you get a comment from a person, it may not be the actual person. I've noticed on YouTube a lot of things have been going back and forth between black men and black women, black women, black women, black men and black men. And I keep telling you, you have people out here on the net who purposely troll around and find any dissension, whether it be small or large, to cause friction among us. And you have people who work for Google, which owns YouTube, to do the same. I've stated, and other people have stated, our video accounts are being affected. Think our videos have been false flagged, charges have been leveled against certain accounts while others flourish. But yet we're out here attacking each other. I don't know how many times I and so many others have to point out that we're being manipulated. Some of our people refuse to acknowledge that fact, and I think it's out of fear. Or y'all have been bought into this idea that we're inferior, that everything is our fault. Now, look, we need to take responsibility for our actions. I give you that. But there's some things that have been put in place by other people that we need to call out. Now, I've done videos on a lot of subjects, but race does play a factor in all of them. We can sit here and pretend it don't, and every time you say it don't, all you doing is give it more and more power to those men, women, and children who get a laugh at our pain. You guys got to understand there are people out here that put up videos and channels that claim that they're black men, they're black women, or they're part of organizations. There are people who have put up videos and may have misused language or misspoke, and it started a lot of drama. I've watched a lot of videos, and not just YouTube videos, but a lot of images over the years, okay? Read a lot of books, had different experiences at different points in my life. And I try to take those experiences and use those experiences to make me a better person, use those experiences to make me think a little bit faster, a little bit quicker, more analytical. Stop reacting at the last minute. Those type of things. This is why a lot of times when people send me comments, I laugh, I read them, and I laugh at them, and some I chuckle. And some people send you comments, they know that once they post up on your channel, they're going to delete them. Because that's why I've gotten the video capture software. Because sometimes I'm able to catch it when they send it to me, and sometimes I'm not able to catch it because they quickly remove them. But lately, I've been getting pretty good at catching people in real time. Unfortunately, some of these people out here are black that engage in a certain behavior, certain mindset. And no matter how much you do or say, you're not going to change them. And there's some brothers and sisters that thrive off this friction. I'll give you an example. There's one YouTuber, I ain't gonna mention their name. They go around creating phony channels and saying things about brothers and sisters. Then go to other people's channels who either don't go on YouTube or have some similar beliefs, and they sit back and jaw jack. And then they come to your channel and start, why are you saying this? Look, if you don't want me calling out talking about racism, don't come to my channel. If you think that the white man is the best thing to slice bread, then you go to their channels and you befriend them. But at some point, you're going to get your nigga moment and you're going to come crawling back like they always do. Now, that's not saying that all white people are racist, because I've come across white men and white women who have done more for me than my own. But we cannot deny that racism is still a part of this country. Here it is, we can talk about homosexuality. We can talk about legal immigration, whether you're for or against it. We can talk about all the other things. But when it gets to a black man, a black woman, a black child feeling the right, everybody can come into agreement and say, fuck them niggas. And we're the only people still looking out for everybody else. Now, some of y'all misinterpret me talking about what other ethnicities or other groups have done as if I'm trying to claim them. I'm not. I'm pointing out the fact these people come from us. These people not be here because of us. But they figure they don't need us anymore. And that's what they said mistaken. But see, you have some people out here willing to kill to make a point. Now, would I be making these videos every day? No. Would I be doing this the rest of my life? No. There's some days I don't even want to do the videos. But as I said before, if I see something or hear something or read something, I have to point it out. Some of our people have lived sheltered lives. Some of our people have not been exposed. Some of our people don't know when they're being assaulted. Ask yourself, why is it that black channels that speaking to their people with common sense about things that we should be concerned about are being taken down? And why are the video channels with people who are out here cooning buffooning staying up? Why are the hood rat videos still? Why are the so-called gangster videos staying up? Why are the videos about us showing ourselves in the most vulgar fashions being saved? Why are they in the millions? There are YouTubers out here who have disagreements on little small things, and don't think that YouTube do not promote or out there manipulating channels. Remember, they control the system. Let's say me and who's the most popular out here? Let's say the Advice Show. Say me and him had just a slight disagreement. Don't think that somebody from another channel on YouTube don't come across there like, oh man, Harvey Superboy and the Advice Show had a disagreement. How can we play this? Well, guess what? Let's send him a message on the Harvey Superboy, and let's see if he is able to decipher whether or not this is really him. And sometimes they can send it from a feed from your channel, and you have no control over it. This is why I used to talk about trolls a lot. You know, about people coming to your channel, you don't hear their voice or you don't see their image. Then there's some people you don't see neither. And that's where the red flags really go up with me. Now, not everybody is a troll. Some people are afraid to put themselves out here. Fine. But but those are usually my most vocal subscribers or supporters. Sometimes I want to get y'all opinion, hear y'all voice. Because I'm going to tell you something. I've caught people who are white pretending to be black and black pretending to be white on here. Or people of color who don't claim anything to do with us of being white. And then they tell off on themselves. I remember I did a video talking about how the Asian community have manipulated themselves into our community, who've made money off us. And this person came to me as a white person. Then after a while, this person let it slip that they're Asian. I said, I thought you was white. And they couldn't, and they deleted their account. See, I wish I had the screen capture software at that time. And I wish my original channel was up here. Y'all can go back and read these comments. If somebody leaves a hateful comment, now that's a guessing game whether you leave it up or not. Because sometimes you leave it up, people think that you encouraging that type of speech in your channel. If you're racist and you're trying to point out to somebody's going to be quick to dismiss it. But I don't know how many times I have to keep telling YouTubers, and not just black YouTubers, but YouTubers in general, you need to watch who's sending you messages. You need to understand that person is being lied on, lied to. This is why I'll use my voice, because if you got disagreement with me and you can say, well, Harvey, you said this, now I had to go back and look at my video. And I said, wait a minute, did I say that? I might leave a comment, or I might just do a video again and say, you know what, some of you misinterpret what I've said. Some of you have taken words out of context or don't understand the meaning, or I was given a what-if scenario, or I was speaking of hypotheticals, or I was speaking about a certain group of people. That's why there have been times I had to use disclaimers. But you got people out here don't even want me to use disclaimers. I call everybody brothers and sisters, because deep down, whether you break it down or not, we're all part of the same family. Just that some of the family has gotten cocky, gotten arrogant, are mean-spirited. And people don't want to be reminded of that. I've done videos trying to talk to people outside the community, and those videos receive very little views, which was surprising. But yet other videos rate higher. You have to understand, people profit from our constant division. and even division among ourselves. Back in the 90s, it was a sister, Shazad Ali. I think I pronounce her name right. You might have seen her videos out here, those old clips from Sally and Donahue, where she wrote a book about black men, God understanding black women, God understanding black men. And she warned, and so many others warned, that we was going to pay for being disobedient or being disrespectful to one another. And for the last 22 years, whether it be politicians, the media, or our educational institutions, or just business, have profited from our misery. Our lack of our willingness to say, you know what, we agree to disagree. I love my people. I love people in general, but I love my people just a little bit more because as a black man, I know what it's like to experience discrimination, to be judged every day, whether you do these things or not. But we got to understand there are people out there manipulating certain events, manipulating certain topics. Some of y'all seem to forget, especially those of us in our 30s and up. Back in the 80s, there was a long line, 80s and 90s, a long line of talk shows. They had black women coming on, calling black men dogs and saying they no good. Y'all, those sisters out there, a lot of them are now in their 40s and 50s and 60s and 70s. Don't y'all think that backlash was going to come at a cost? Now some of y'all want to pretend as if they had no part in it. That's why I wish they would go back and show old talk shows. But they won't show them because they'll sit there and say, well, we don't live in the PC world. No, I think we need to be shown these images and be shown how consistent some of these people have been or haven't been. When people outside the community got into rap and stopped manipulating the images, they used that friction between black men and black women created by people outside the community say, look, if black women are on talk shows saying this or writing these things in books or saying this on the radio, let's not get rap. At that time, rap was male dominated. It still is male dominated. But let's get rappers out there to say this about black women. Now they're going to start going right back at each other while we sit back and laugh and pick up the pieces. And we've just become a generational thing. So now you got the black men and the black women out here arguing in media, and people out here saying, I'm going to make a channel up and say, I'm a black man. No, I'm going to make a channel and say, I'm a black woman. And I'm going to put the most disrespectful images up and the most disrespectful wording up, and I'm going to get these people to sit back and fight each other. Or I'm going to pretend like I'm a black man, going to have another black man and question his manhood or his intelligence or his patriotism or his job choices or whatever, or the way he dressed. And that's how stuff gets started. Same thing with black women. And we don't realize we're being manipulated. I can see it. And some of you out here see it too. And some of those brothers and sisters that choose to ignore or won't ignore it, some of them are lost causes. We got to acknowledge that. Do I feel sorry for the brother and sister living in the hood that want to embrace a certain type of mindset? No, there's no reason. I hear people saying, well, I got to eat. I understand that you want to have the nice things. But there's other ways you can go about getting it. But some of y'all want the shit now. Y'all don't want to make sacrifice. That's why I said integration did more harm to our people than good. I hear sisters, I read comments, I hear about sisters talking about they strong. If you're a strong woman, you ain't always got to broadcast you strong. You do things and you keep pushing. Just like black men. You do things, you keep pushing. We're the only group of people that use those terms, strong. Everybody else is laughing at us and we're out here like fools fighting and clawing at each other. Every time somebody send you a comment, don't think that they're black. If they are, understand that person's point of view. And if you can't have an honest discussion, leave it alone. But I have false flagging and reporting brothers and sisters because you disagree with them. It tells you guys got a slave mind. Sometimes it's good to hear different opinions. There's a lot of shit out here I don't like on YouTube. But if it's coming from a black male or black, I gotta sit back and I gotta listen to it. I gotta figure out why people think that way. Or I gotta avoid that type of mindset. I don't want to be around a black man or black woman who don't give a fuck about themselves or their people or community. I hear a lot of blacks saying that, why can't we have this in our community? Yeah, we can have those very same things. We just allowed a small group of people to become the voice and the face of our community. Like right now, people say, "Well, what can you do to get rid of the gangs?" Well, there's a lot of things we can do, but see, some of y'all don't want to make that sacrifice. How can we get the drugs out of the community? Easy. There are things that we can do. But see, the thing is, they're gonna go get a weak group of people among us to tell us to stand down. Just like when I did that video critiquing Mr. Obama. I've critiqued Mr. Obama, and he's the president. He gotta be critiqued, just like any other politician or any other group that say represent us. You had black folks got mad at me. How dare you? And then you go back, and a lot of people leaving comments where it's even black, they were white. I warned y'all in my videos about Acorn, what they was doing at Acorn. People ignored it. Now, these very same people that ignore it are now whining about, I don't know if I can vote. Well, where y'all at back in 2009 when they went after Acorn, 2010? Y'all were quiet. And I told you we was going to pay for this. And look how quiet the Democrats were. Now they trying to bitch him on. And the Democratic Party still ain't bitching. They relying on the Mexican gay vote. They say, fuck black people. Then some of y'all say, well, I don't vote anyway. That's the dumbest thing that ever do. Now, I can understand you saying, I'm not going to vote because either candidate is not what I want or talking to me. But if you just say you don't vote at all, then you're playing right into their hands. A lot of y'all think that they don't want to put us back in bondage or want to put us 6 feet under. They do. God knows they do. Just watch the news. Watch CNN, MSNBC, Fox, your local news. Go on the internet. Read these comments. Look how they talking about the shit in Syria, about people getting murdered and stuff, but they ain't saying shit about the people in Libya is getting murdered. Any place they have people that's darker than the ones they're willing to accept, we're cannon fodder. Some of you are very intelligent out here, but y'all not using what God give you. If you have an opinion, you have some ideas, put them on YouTube. And if your video get taken down, turn around, put up another channel. That's the problem with us. We give up too easy. This is why people feel they can make channels and send threats and do the things they do, because we just give up. See, me, that's like my spinach, if y'all get the Popeye reference. You keep knocking me down, I'm going to get up. These negative comments, this hate speech, these images, I'm going to take that like my spinach. And I'm going to come back stronger. But y'all got to have that same attitude, whether not just be on YouTube, but be in relationships or work. Don't let somebody come in, manipulate you, and tell you what you should think or how you should feel. I don't have all the answers. None of us do. But if we can sit down and come to some agreement and say, maybe I need to look at it from a different perspective. Or maybe I need to listen to this person. Maybe they might know something I don't. Then we'll be a better group of people. But you have to ask yourself, why is people so hell-bent on coming to our channels? Why? It's a sick obsession with black people. Deep down, they fear that one day we're going to wake up and they think we're going to do to them what they did to us. And I don't think we had that mindset, because after all the crap they've done for 500 years, blacks still haven't gotten in their head that we need to do those things. And I'm not saying we should. Even a damn dog don't want to run away when it's getting abused. Now the thing is, me and you have no problem turning each other, because that's how we've been pitted against each other. It's like those old gladiator movies. You put two people in the ring and they fight to the death because they don't want to get fed to the lions, or they want to gain favor, or they want to live another day. That's what happened to us. Black men against black men, black women against black women, black men against black women against black men, young versus old, dark versus light, rich versus poor, straight versus gay. One religious belief to another. We've been manipulated. So every time somebody's seeing your comment, it may not come from the person you think. Think about it. We don't control YouTube systems. They manipulate they manipulate images, number count, subscriptions. There are people who came to me saying that they didn't even know I was back up on YouTube because YouTube don't promote my videos anymore. But I have a number of subscribers, a number of views. You would think every time I fart, they would pop something up. I'm telling you, they don't want us to become a cohesive whole. And I'm warning y'all, it's gonna come to a point, and it might be soon, when I'm gonna stop doing these commentaries. It's not because I'm being chased away. It's because I'm not gonna be the only one out here putting up videos talking about these subjects. Now, some of y'all can put videos up mocking people or making phony channels, starting shit. Talk about something constructive. But see, it goes to prove my point that we got a lot of idiots running around here, whether they be black, white, or in between. Some people are out here just to hear themselves speak, just to get partner. And I'm going to tell you, a lot of people have started finding out that I've been warning about them, that that's a waste of time. Now, if you don't want to bring nothing to the table, then don't leave any comments. If you want to bring something to the table, start putting some videos up. If you don't want to put your image up there, or you don't want to be seen on camera, you can put your voice out there. If you do want to put your image up there, don't worry, you got support. I want to see brothers and sisters out here get to the point where we said, whether we agree or disagree, we're going to mobilize, say, fuck this. We've made YouTube too much money. Even if you're not a YouTube partner, every time you click onto a video, every time you click onto a video and they got a commercial on that right hand side, you click on at some point, you're making not only YouTube money, but these other corporations money. This is why I don't put commercials in my videos, because I'm not going to make them any more money. This is why I said we got the power. We can bring YouTube or Google to its knees and these other sites, but we got to understand it just can't be one or two people. Do I get everything right? Do I say everything right? No. But I'm going to tell you something. I feel that I have an opinion. I need to share it. But when people come at me this hard, false flagging, making negative comments, making threats, that means I'm hitting a nerve somewhere. And you should want to be able to do the same thing. Because I'm telling you, brothers and sisters, we got a power. We've always had it, and we still have it. But we don't know how to use it. Think about it.